The words Ana, Ani, Ane for I are older than the pyramids.
Beyine Lisanat, exploring the living history of language.
Welcome back to Beyine Lisanat. Today, we begin a new journey into the deep roots of the Afro-Asiatic language family, one of the oldest linguistic lineages on Earth. It extends across North Africa, the Horn, the Sahel, and the Middle East, connecting hundreds of millions of people through ancient sounds and shared memories. And to open this series, we start with the smallest of words, the Afro-Asiatic word for the personal pronoun I. Today, we trace its story. First, let's cover the context of the Afro-Asiatic family. The Afro-Asiatic family has six major branches: Semitic, Cushitic, Omotic, Berber, Chadic, and Ancient Egyptian. It includes languages such as Arabic, Hebrew, Amharic, Tigrinya, Geʻez, Somali, Oromo, Afar, Hausa, and Berber. Its oldest written member, Ancient Egyptian, dates back more than 5,000 years. But long before any script was invented, these languages were already connected by ancient pronouns, shared roots, and the voice of early communities. Among the most stable of these ancient words is the first personal singular pronoun, one word, many forms, but one common ancestor. Across the Cushitic branch, spoken widely in the Horn of Africa, we hear familiar echoes. In Afar, the word is Anu. In Somali, it appears as aniga. In Oromo, Ani. In Agaw, Sidama, and Hadiya, forms like Ani and Ani reappear. Different peoples, different trains, but one unmistakable pattern, An, a shared structure that points back toward an ancient route, carried through mountains, deserts, and valleys. Now we move north and east into the Semitic world. Here, the same ancient root is preserved with stunning clarity. In Geʻez and Tigrinya, we find Ana. In Amharic, Ini. In Arabic, Ana. In Aramaic, Ana. In Hebrew, Ani. The similarity is not coincidence. Semitic language preserve the same An structure found in Cushitic, the same heartbeat carried across time. Further southwest, within the Omotic branch, the pronoun shifts, but not beyond recognition. Forms like Tani, Tana, and Ani appear. Their sounds drift slightly, yet the connection remains audible. Even here, on a distant branch of the Afro-Asiatic tree, the ancient root still whispers through the leaves. So why does I sound so similar across Cushitic, Semitic, and Omotic languages? Three quiet reasons explain it.
First, function and frequency. I is one of the most frequently spoken words in any language. We use it constantly. Because of that, the brain and the mouth resist changing it. High frequency words are like stones polished smooth over time. Their shape stays. Secondly, early inheritance. Long before the branches split into Cushitic, Semitic, and Omotic, ancient speakers used a form of An. Each branch inherited it. They carried this small word across migrations, across landscapes, across thousands of years. Third, phonetic resilience. The sounds A and L are durable. They survive vowel shifts, sound erosion, and grammatical change. Vowels may rise or fall, endings may fade, but An endures. How do we know Ani, Ana, Ana is ancient, even 12,000 years old?
We don't have written records from 12,000 years ago, but linguists can reconstruct ancient words by comparing hundreds of related languages. When a word has the same core sound and the same meaning across many branches of a huge language family, it signals that the word existed in the parent language before the branches separated. Afro-Asiatic is believed to be at least 10 to 12,000 years old, since the word for I appears in all branches with the same pattern, and it likely goes all the way back to the earliest ancestors of the family, to the Proto-Afro-Asiatic. Note that linguists can't recreate ancient cities perfectly, but they can reconstruct ancient words. And the ancient word for the Afro-Asiatic I has been traced back almost 12,000 years. What is Proto-Afro-Asiatic? Proto-Afro-Asiatic is the hypothetical earliest ancestor of all Afro-Asiatic languages, including Semitic, Cushitic, Omotic, Chadic, and the ancient Egyptian. It was spoken around 10 to 12,000 years ago, most likely somewhere in northeastern Africa. Think of it as the great grandmother of Amharic, Arabic, Hebrew, Hausa, Somali, and ancient Egyptian.
Proto-languages are reconstructed using a scientific method known as the comparative method, involving analyzing systematic similarities in vocabulary, grammar, and sound systems across the descendant languages to work backward in time.
What is the difference between Proto-Afro-Asiatic and Afro-Asiatic? Proto-Afro-Asiatic is the reconstructed single ancestor of all those languages in the family we are talking about. But Afro-Asiatic is the name of the large language family that includes all the living and extinct neutral languages that evolved from Proto-Afro-Asiatic, such as Arabic, Hebrew, Amharic, Oromo, Hausa, Somali, and ancient Egyptian. For more than 12,000 years, the voice An has traveled through time, from Anu to Ani, from Aniga to Ana, from Tani to Ana and Ine. This tiny pronoun reveals a profound truth. Languages change, empires rise and fall, peoples move and merge. But the core of who we are, the word we use to name ourselves, stays close to its ancient form. Which version of I surprised you the most? Share it in the comments. And let us know the next Afro-Asiatic word we should follow into the past.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to Beyine Lisanat to see how we connect the world through words. Like, share, and join our journey into the living history of language.